friends, welcome back to Max Electronics. In today's video we have a box with a light inside from our new sponsors. It's actually very exciting. So we will be reviewing the light, we'll have a look what's inside, the quality, and compare to some lights that I have reviewed previously. So this came from Shehds Lighting, our new sponsor. It is a moving head, so that's very exciting. Let's open it up and have a look what's inside. It just arrived today. So we will check out what's in the box. It is actually quite affordable lighting, so we'll see how good the quality is. Alright, so we've got another box in there, and I can see the light already, if we can get it out of there. Alright, so first thing comes the bracket. That's always good. Seems pretty strong. We have the power con to power plug, Australian style. Of course, for your country it'll be a different type of plug. We have a DMX cable, just a standard jumper cable. And we've got a light itself, so let's try getting it out. And we have a manual down the bottom as well, so we'll check that out in a second. Okay, so let's look at the light. It is got some weight to it. Well, there it is. It is a 100-watt moving head. Looks nice. Seems to be easily rotatable. So it's also got I ordered one with LED ring. It doesn't look like it's got an LED ring though. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Even it says here it does have an LED ring on the manual. So we've got the safety precautions on the first page. We've got the modes in a settings menu. We've got manual control, and we've got advanced menu with a password. And at the back we've got all the channels, so let me just show you what it is. So we've got channel 1 is dimming, total dimming. Channel 2 is effect, LED loop effect, not sure what that is. Channel 3 is dimming, spot dimming. Channel 4 is strobe. 5 is pan, 6 is tilt, 7 pan tilt speed. I wonder how fast it is actually. So it is an LED and a spot apparently. It says it on the side here. Channel 9 is a gobo 1, which is dynamic gobo select, gobo clockwise rotation, anti-clockwise, and shake. Channel 10 is a gobo 2, so it's got 2 gobo wheels. Static gobo, clockwise, anti-clockwise, and shake. Channel 11 gobo 2 rotation, so we've got 1 static gobo and 1 rotating gobo. Channel 12 is prism. 13 is focus, so it does have focus, that's good. Channel 14 is pan fine, 15 is tilt fine, and 16 reset. Alright, so before we plug it in, let's just have a quick word from the sponsors of this video, which is Shehds Lighting, that provide this beautiful lighting here. This video is sponsored by Shehds Lighting. Shehds Lighting is one of the fastest growing stage lighting companies, taking a lead in manufacturing of high quality lighting fixtures for stage, concert and club. With massive range of products available, you can easily build your dream show within the budget. Shehds Lighting uses high-end LEDs and optics to deliver vivid and bright colors to your stage. With 3D full-color animation lasers, you can build a hydro screen and impress your audience with amazing holographic displays. With very affordable prices and fast delivery times worldwide, you can build your stage in just a blink of an eye. Click on the link below to check the range of amazing products Shehds Lighting has to offer. Light your way in colors with Shehds Lighting. Quality lighting designed just for you. Thank you, Shed Lighting. So here it is. Now let's have a quick overview first. So we've got a moving head itself, which is quite a small size. I've expected a massive light. It looks like it's got, well, so we've got, that's more than 5, is it? So we've got 180, 360. Oh yeah, so 570. So we've got 570 degrees, we've got full tilt. Now let's have a look at the front here. So what do we have? We have the display itself with a control, DMX LED and error LED. I assume that's a LCD. Down the bottom we have, well, we do have 2 handles. Down the bottom we have the mounting for the, when you hang it upside down. And now let's have a look at the back here. So we've got a DMX in, DMX out, power fuse. We've got the power con in, power con yeah, and power con out for looping the other lights. So the light is apparently 100 watt plus 24 RGB. Not sure what that means. 16 channels, beam angle 16 degrees. I'm just reading it off here, of that sticker right here. So I think it's time to turn it on and see what it does. I'm just trying to figure out the way so you can see the little screen. Alright, let me readjust the cameras and we'll have a look what it does. So we've got LED spot and it's loading. The light is homing. Well, I can see the LED inside. It's not on, it's just looks like a big LED. You can probably see it too. Let me tilt it. Yeah, you can just see the LED squares there. There's 4 of them. And it's loaded. So we've got saying channel 1. Now let's see through the menu. It's in Chinese, but let's see if we can change it. Let me just use, I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to use the Google Translate so I can change the settings into English and then we can have a look at it properly. Okay, so I figured it out using Google Translate. When the light comes to you, first you have to click on the down button and that will scroll through menus, and up is going backwards. So scrolling through them, it's not just 4. When you go further, it goes to language selector and then you press enter to change the language. So I've changed it back to Chinese. So this is how you receive the light. First thing, you press down, 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 and then enter. And now it's in English. So this is a reset. I'm not sure what this is. Let's see. Oh, this is to flip the screen if you're using it upside down. Okay, so we know that. The reset, obviously the last one, will reset the light. Settings, let's go see what's there. So we've got a run mode, DMX, and DMX address. So we'll go auto and random and sound. Okay, so it is sound activated. So you can select the modes. Then we've got the DMX address, which I will address soon. We've got standard 16 channels. I don't think you can change that, it's just there. We've got top LED temperature of 75, I wouldn't touch that. Sound regulator, that's a sensitivity. Invert pan off, so this is to invert the pan and tilt. Pan tilt swap off. Pan tilt encoder on. Oh yeah, this is, so it must be sensing with the positioning. No DMX signal clear. Display on. Load defaults, that would be a default setting. Alright, this is back. Let's go again to manual. Dimmer. So let's see if we can. Okay, so that's bringing the LED light, as you can see on that camera. Oh, that's bright. That's 255. That is actually quite a bright light. Alright, let's go to pan. So you can manually actually change the settings if you don't have a DMX controller, I guess you can play manually, and that's tilt. Oh. Very smooth. Pan tilt speed, color. So gobo effect gobo. So this is just a manual control of the light. Okay, let's go to system. DMX monitor, that shows the values the light's receiving, so that's good if you're trying to identify any problems with the light, and you can see which channel is receiving what. That's very handy. So if you're having a problem with the light, that it's odd angle or something, you can see if there's a problem with the light or is it DMX failure. System errors, so that will tell you the errors. There is no errors, of course, you wouldn't expect any. Tells you LED temperature, serial numbers, XY, dates. I guess this is a manufacturing date. Yeah, this is a manufacturing date. That's pretty cool. And we've got advanced. So it shows you, ask you for a password. I already had a look. The password is 3 up. Do not go in there if you don't know what you're doing. So 1, 2, 3, and 3 down. 1, 2, 3, and enter. So there's a sensor monitor, which shows the values of the sensor. And then there is a reset calibration, which we're not going to touch, and 0 point correction, which you can adjust. So this one, actually, you can calibrate the value. So if your light, say, slightly tilted and it shows that it's in the middle, but it's not, this way you can adjust here and correct that light. No, I'll correct the position, or correct if the color says it's pure red, but it's slightly off and it got leaking green, you can actually change that to in this menu. So I'm going to get out of here. So I think it is time to hook it up to DMX. So I'm going to go into Freestyler and set up this light, and then we can check out what it looks like. So I have spent literally about 2 days creating all the files for Freestyler, creating a fixture. I've done a big list, as you can see right here, of all the stuff, because there's a lot more than I thought. So all this is just on one channel, believe it or not. Done it all. So let's have a look at the screen. I've created the file. Also, you can download the files below if you are wanting to buy that light and add it to your Freestyler. The files are ready, the images are all there. So let's have a look what it looks like. I've done, I reckon, quite a good job. So we'll open all the parameters, and here we see it. So we've got, this is a control for LED ring because it does lots of interesting stuff. So it moves really fast. Let's see, I'll just move this really fast around. It is really fast and very responsive, as you can see. Everything is shaking because it's very fast, very responsive, as you can see. So let's have a look at the LED ring. So I'm going to close the shutter and turn it towards the camera. So LED ring, so off is off, obviously. Then I've added it as a second color wheel, so you can just go red. So if we go off, the LED ring is off. Red, obviously it's red, green, blue, everything is there, yellow, cyan, magenta, and white. If you want the effects, you can go here, and that's your slow, medium, fast, and they repeat, all slow, medium, fast. So you got green, we'll go for fast ones, blue, yellow, and so on and so on. Then we got the effects like those ones. Then we got effects like this, just changes color. Then you got the background, so this is the blue and red, I've called it. This is the red and green. So there's combinations of that. Then we have the ones that fills up the screen, so chasing ones. And then we've got the fan one, so this is blue on red fan, so you can see it's just spinning, or green, red on green fan. What else we got? Blue on yellow, that's slow, fast. The intensity of that can be controlled as well, so I think it's the shutter, yeah. So the shutter controls the intensity, so you can make it brighter or dimmer. Then what else? RGB, so that's pretty much the LED ring covered. It took me forever to create all this Photoshop stuff. So we'll go full, the shutter's full, so we'll turn that off. Let's have a look at the beam. So I'm going to turn it towards the door, so, and let's turn just white light. Open the shutter. It is very bright. It's actually surprisingly bright, believe it or not, as you can see. So hopefully the camera will pick it up properly. The colors, we've got red, green, blue, yellow, magenta, vivid colors, cyan, lime, and then we've got mix of colors, so you can do in doubles. All that's in the software. Then we've got I've added the color spin, so you can go fast, medium, and slow, and they endless colors, so there is no end, it's just going to be turning over and over. Let's have a look at the gobos. So we'll go to red, and we'll go to first gobo wheel, which is just a plane. Then we got this one, let me just refocus it. We'll go to focus as well, as you can see. Let me see if I can turn it down. That is very, very bright. Maybe I should just add this. That doesn't help, does it? There we go. So that's non-rotating gobos. We got little sun, the mesh, this one, rose, then 45-degree mesh, and this one. Then we've got the rotating gobos, so we'll go for this one, and let me just refocus it. So we've got this one, this one, this one, that, which is a pretty cool one, and that. And you can use them in combination. So for example, I can go this one, and I'll add the rose over the top, and just find the good focal point. There we go. So we've got mixture now. Or add this one. Or we can do the mesh, and say this one. Or that over this. That works too. And they can rotate as well. So I've added the buttons here for you can just rotate it to certain angles. So you can press that, and as you can see, it's 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 135, or you can go 315 degrees. Or you can rotate them counterclockwise and clockwise. So we'll go slow counterclockwise, it's clockwise, and then counterclockwise, and fast, medium. So I've added all that for you. That's the gobos. Then you can rotate the gobos, which is I've added two here. It's a gobo, one spin. So you can add again counterclockwise, so you can adjust the speed you like. And you can add the second one as well. So we'll go this one, opposite direction. Also you have the prism, so let's put something cool on. Let's go for this one, mixed with this one. And let's add prism. So I've added buttons here. There's also, that's a focus here, and you've got the prism manual adjustment, which we're not going to use anyway. We're gonna add, let's say, prism. Let's go for just enabling, which is this button here, and that enables the prism. Let me just make this a bit wider, and then we can rotate the prism as well. So let's go for slow, and it's just slowly rotating, very slowly. Go medium and fast. And of course we can add color to that. So let's go medium, and let's rotate the color medium as well. So the possibilities are endless. And of course we can add the automation and click on. So that's it here. So now that we know how the light works and all the functions, and there's a lot of functions. I can't believe they packed so many in one channel, especially with LED ring. Now let's have a look what's inside, and then before we finish this video, so it is a quite vivid and bright light. I'm very happy with it. quite impressed, to be honest, for such a small size, like compared to my hand. It is very bright and vivid and fast, so very accurate too. So let's open it up and have a look what it's like inside. Can we change the gobos? A good question, because maybe you can change the gobos. And after that we'll get some smoke going and maybe see what it looks like with the smoke. I have removed the screws from the top cover. I'm not sure if it's top or the bottom because there's two of them, as you can see. So let's have a look what's inside. Nice. So we can see the gobo wheel right here with all the gobos. That's the ones that don't change, they just rotate. Well, selectable gobos. We've got the color wheel right behind it, as you can see. Again, with all the pretty colors, it's diachronic mirrors. And they endless, so they do have, just like a professional one that we saw, all of them have the Hall sensors with the magnets. Here is a magnet right here at the top, and I'm pretty sure color wheel's going to have one somewhere as well. Wonder where is it? Oh, there it is. It's inside there. It's in the center. You just can see those two. And that's motor and motor, two motors inside of each other. We've got our focus system here, which is a bit different. It's got the Hall sensor, so it knows the positioning. The only thing that I can't see, the other ones we saw was just moving. You could move it by the finger. This one, no, it's a screw, so you need to keep turning it to adjust it backwards and forwards. We've got a prism there, so I think we have to get a nice big heatsink. So I think we'll have to open the other side to get to the rotating gobos and see if we can get them out. So give me a sec, I'll remove the cover. Alright, so the screws are loose. Did I miss one? Oh no. There we go, that's the other side of it. We've got two beefy contacts going to the LED, and the gobos are unfortunately not replaceable. I mean, you could probably... Well, it looks like they're screwed in, so unless you remove the whole gobo, unscrew it with those screws here, and yeah, and replace the whole part with the rotating. I don't know, maybe you can buy the whole gobo like that. Usually it's just a disc that goes inside, and I suppose you could cut that silicone out and remove the gobo and put your own one in. Yeah, so that's the prism engagement mechanism. You cannot change the prism either. You can buy, however, those different things with a different prism diffraction. So this one's got how many grains? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one, but you can buy like 8 and more. You can buy 3. So the prisms are available. It's just a whole mechanism, that mechanism here. Alright, so this is the head, and you can see the nice lens in there for the LED. And the LED, I think, is visible if we'll look right into it. There we go. We can just see the LEDs. So it must be 25 watt each square. Okay. Now that we had a look here, we've got all the sensors, Hall sensors. Yeah, Shehds, I know you're probably watching me since you're the sponsors. Maybe next time don't glue your gobos in. Make a little spring, and first you'll save on the glue. Make a little springs. This way the user can actually pop the spring out just like other lighting, get the gobo away and put their own gobo in, and then put the spring back in. It'll be more convenient for people to put their own gobos. And it's just, you know, maybe someone who wants to put like Max Electronics, maybe I want to put Max in there or something. So that's a good idea to improve in the light, just make the gobos removable and swappable. Now, but let's have a look what's in the sides here, like how they running the wires. So I'm going to assemble the head back. Oh, let's actually have a look at the LED ring. So it's got diffusion here, and it looks like it's just an addressable LED by the look of it. There's 3 wires running to it, and they are right here. those three, and they run... Where are they running? Oh, they run right there. We'll see it in a second. So here comes the ring, which is a perspex, and yes, it's just a standard addressable LEDs. And that's the LED ring. And they connected in series. And that would be the last one by the look of it. Yeah. Where is that connector? Oh, there I see. It's zip tied on the other side. There it is. Just a standard LED ring. Alright, I'm going to assemble all this back together and we'll have a look at the sides and then the bottom base plate. Alright, so the sides are off, and that's something different. I haven't seen this sort of approach to the lights before. So as usual, we have all the electronics here on the side to control it. So the drivers, so the pan motor is actually in here, right here. And the way they've done it, as you can see, the middle stays stationary and the motor with the counter tilts around it. That's very interesting. I haven't seen that before. With the tilt motor, it is right here on the side, just like the other one, and it's got double counters. So we've got the counters on here with the optical, two of them, the positioning one, and then there's a magnet one right here as well, so you can tell when it's in this position. Very interesting, very smooth as well. So that's how they're doing the high speeds. Alright, so now that we've looked at that, let's have a look what's inside here. Very easily serviceable, so if you ever need to do service or something like that, it's very easily accessible, put it that way. So 4 screws seems to be for everything, so if I want to open this side, it's 4 screws. If I want to take the top of this, it's 4 screws, and bottom is 4 screws, one side is 4 screws. Very easily accessible. Alright, let's put the sides back in and open the base and have a look what's in the base. The bottom parts are removed, so let's check it out. On the plug side, we have the 2 power cons and the DMX switch, the fuse, and that's all there is on that side. Completely, yeah. And that's it. So we've got ground connected to both of them, and it is grounded. That's a good thing to see that it is safe. So it is definitely safe, it's grounded. Then fuse is in there. On the center part we have the switch mode power supply, as you can see, and it's grounded as well. And that's the switch mode power supply output. And then on this side we have the control board, which is running the DMX input and outputs the data to the board that is on the side of the light there through these cables. And that's the DMX. So that's all there is to it. It is metal, so it's solid. It does have plastic, so we do have like plastic handles, but they seem to be like a solid plastic, and this is all plastic, but it's a metal frame inside, so it is solid. It definitely has my tick of approval. I would use those lights. So the pros are, it is small, it is fast, it's very compatible. It is competing with professional lighting that has sensors and, you know, endless color wheels and endless gobo wheels. That's up, so it's very responsive. It's got a lot of functions, a lot of things you can do with it. It is bright, so that's all the pros. Very responsive, like I said before. Nice prism, nice gobos. Monitor as well, like I said, it's got a monitor. We saw that before. They can monitor the DMX values. If you're getting an error or anything like that, you can operate the light from here, adding the DMX values with the buttons. That's a big plus as well. Metal frame, nice, smooth moving. There's not much of jerking, so it's good. And the cons are not removable gobos, so it would be nice if the gobos would be removable. And the other downside is the 2 gobo wheels are too far apart, so they have different focal points. So if you're projecting one gobo from gobo wheel 1, it'll be on one focal point, then you switch to another, you have to change the focal point. That's the downside of that. They should have put you know how there is a gobo wheel and a color wheel next to each other? They should have done that with gobos and left the color wheel separately further away, because you don't really need to focus on the color. So that's what they should have done, so that would have been probably better. So let's put this light back together, and we'll go and play with some smoke machine. That's it for this video. I'm very pleased overall with this light. It's a very good light. If you want to grab one yourself, there's a link down below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can also support us on Patreon if you'd like to. My name is Max. I will see you next time. Bye.